For over 2 decades, the most successful nation in football history has been chasing ghosts. The lack of a sixth title haunts every tournament they enter. The pressure from the fans isn't standard athletic pressure. 200 million people demand total, unquestionable perfection on the global stage. To solve this, the Brazilian Federation handed the reins to a 66-year-old Italian, Carlo Ancelotti. Historically, Brazilian fans expect free-flowing, rhythmic expression on the pitch. Ancelotti arrives with a reputation for rigid, calculated European structure. His finalized 26-man roster reflects that shift toward positional discipline. It is a group selected specifically to hold their shape under fire, prioritizing tactical coverage over individual improvisation. This defensive structure starts at the back. Alisson Becker organizes the penalty area, serving as both the shot stopper and a vocal coordinator for the line in front of him. Behind him, Ederson and Weverton offer elite depth. They act as sweeping playmakers, often looking to launch a counterattack with a long-range throw. At the center of the defense, Marquinhos manages the space between the lines. He brings a decade of top-tier experience to the role of the backline's primary organizer. Beside him, Gabriel Magalhães and Bremer provide the physical weight. They are equipped to win aerial duels and neutralize the larger forwards common in European systems. The perimeter, Ibanez and Leo Pereira, reinforce the center, while fullbacks like Danilo, Alexandro, Wesley, and Douglas Santos focus on closing down the flanks. By combining these physical profiles with a system that prioritizes defensive shape, Brazil aims to achieve a level of stability that has been absent in their recent tournament exits. This setup is designed to prevent the counterattacks that have previously exposed the team's high-pressing style. In the middle of the pitch, the focus is on winning the ball back quickly. If the center is bypassed, the defense is left isolated, making ball recovery the primary objective. Casemiro, wearing the captain's armband, sits alongside Fabinho as the primary defensive shield. Their role is to read the opposition's passing lanes and break up momentum before it enters the final third. Once the ball is recovered, Bruno Guimaraes takes over. He is the transition specialist, carrying the ball from the defensive zone directly into the attacking front. In the tighter spaces higher up, Lucas Paquetá and Danilo Santos provide the technical ball control needed to sustain pressure against teams that sit deep. This balanced mix of ball winners and creators ensures that the team can maintain possession while protecting the backline from sudden transitions. The front line is where Ancelotti introduces pure speed, using these players to force the opposition into a retreat. Out wide, Rafinha drags defenders toward the touchline, stretching the opposition horizontally to create space in the center. On the opposite wing, Gabriel Martinelli runs directly at the goal. His pace is the primary threat against teams that attempt to squeeze the game with a high defensive line. For matches that become more physical, Ancelotti has options like Matheus Cunha, Luis Enrique, and Igor Thiago. They bring the work rate required to press defenders continuously for 90 minutes. This variety of attacking profiles allows Brazil to adapt their offense mid-match. If a high-speed game plan fails to work, they can pivot to a more physical, sustained approach. Then there are the players who are expected to produce the individual moments of brilliance. Neymar returns for what is widely considered his final opportunity to lead the nation to a title. He is supported by Vinicius Jr. Currently playing at the peak of his physical ability, he represents the team's most explosive and consistent attacking threat. To add an element of unpredictability, teenagers Endrick and Ryan have been brought in as wildcard options. Their arrival adds raw energy to the squad, creating a secondary wave of pressure forcing opposing defenses to account for multiple threats. This 26-man roster represents a tactical compromise. It is the marriage of Brazil's traditional attacking flair with the disciplined positional efficiency required in modern knockout football. For these players, the style of play is secondary to the final score. In 2026, the only goal is to finally bring home the trophy that has eluded them for a generation.